YouTubers recorded the last moments. Is this a good channel? Chilling Scare?
Gwynver Beach is a white sand
Sure, let's watch that. YouTuber we recorded last moment by Chilling Scare. I think we watched a video from them before.
beach just north of St. Cove in West Cornwall, England. Because you have to go through some winding roads and sand dunes to get there, lots of people drive by that area without even realizing it's there. But for a YouTuber named Jacob Cockle, this was home. In 2011, Jacob started a channel called Whirlpool Hitman, where he would upload footage of his adventures swimming in whirlpools and doing other extreme stunts such as cliff jumping, extreme surfing, and cave exploration. As of today, the channel has close to 150,000 subscribers. According to his family, Jacob lived his life on the edge, and his stunts often earned him covering shots in big surfing magazines and even prizes from the Sunday Times and National Geographic.
I mean, that's kind of like that with so many YouTube channels that do extreme sport or, you know, extreme stuff like urban exploration and stuff like that. You know, you often expect that, yeah, like it's very likely that they put themselves in danger and they might die. Usually I'm fine with it. Like if they're fine with it and they're usually doing it in a way that won't hurt anybody else, if they get, you know, if they die, then I guess it's fine. That's how I look at it, you know.
In some of his whirlpool videos, Jacob would often throw stuff at a vortex and record random objects getting sucked down by the powerful currents. But in most of his videos, he would actually swim in the whirlpools himself, which is extremely dangerous as the swirling currents could easily pull a person under in seconds.
Well, yeah,
on May
that's the idea.
2013, the whirlpool that made Hale Estuary famous surfaced again, as it did a few times a year. And Jacob was determined to swim in it to capture some cool-looking footage for his channel. That day, he ran up to his friend and artist David Rain's house and asked him to film.
Again, like it's one of those things where, like, yeah, I guess he probably did it a few times and it worked and it ended up pretty cool. But nature is not that friendly to make it, you know, that you can survive every single time. Yeah, this sounds pretty insane. Like, if you haven't did this once, you should consider yourself lucky, right? If you survived.
Him as he swam around the whirlpool. David had collaborated with Jacob in the past, and seeing how excited his friend was, he agreed. Just like in the rest of his YouTube videos, Jacob brought a prop to the harbor to make his video more eye-catching to his viewers, and for this particular video, he decided the prop would be a horse mask. For several minutes, Jacob swirled around the vortex's edge, letting the current carry him in a circle without dragging him down. At one point in the video, he mentions to his friend that swimming in a whirlpool was a lot like surfing because it was all about flowing with the currents. After filming for about 25 minutes, David mentions that they probably have enough footage and tries to get Jacob to come out of the water.
I reckon you got enough there.
Riding the current of it with your body.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really similar to surfing. Just flowing with it. That's pretty scary.
You got enough?
I should really make the most of it. I don't know what else to do.
Instead of getting out, Jacob asked David to hand him his stick-mounted GoPro so he could capture one last bit of underwater footage before calling it a day. A few seconds after he dived down, David started to worry as Jacob hadn't come back up to the surface.
God.
When he yelled,
I can't. Okay. Like, this is exactly what I was saying. Like, sure, the other guy isn't gonna die, but you're literally putting your death on someone else. The other guy was there, like, doing it with you. And, like, yeah. I mean, I guess he agreed to it. He's a grown-ass man, but even then, right? Like, that's where I don't like it, yeah. If he was doing this stupid stuff alone, whatever, but he's doing it with, like, someone around, I don't know.
His friend's name and received no response, he ran to the other end of the quay where the water flowed into a pool. That's when he saw his friend face down in the water and knew it was too late. Jacob was gone. In March of 2014, Jacob's last footage was uploaded to YouTube with the haunting caption at the end of the video reading, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever." At age 28, Jacob lost his life doing what he loved most. His funeral was attended by dozens more people than the church could accommodate, and they all gathered to celebrate his life and remember him as the fearless adventurer he was. A year after his passing, the harbor was renovated, and the whirlpool that had captivated Jacob and ultimately taken his life disappeared forever.
I don't know. I guess it's fine again. Like, he did what he wanted. Like, you know. Like, obviously, you can be sad for his families and friends, but he was doing what he wanted, and I'm sure, and hopefully, he knew that he would maybe die doing it, so I don't know. At least you do what you want. Like, I don't know. I think it's fine. Yeah. No one else died, no one else got hurt. Maybe you could say his friend got hurt from seeing him die. I don't know.
James Stobe was a YouTuber known for his unique train hopping videos, where he traveled across the
train
country by
hopping.
riding on the back of freight trains, delighting his fans with his original piano playing, deadpan humor.
I tend to find them kind of boring. I watch the channel Chier. That's one of the only urban exploration channel I follow. And, you know, I've watched a few of his train riding. And I mean, you know, outside of like the process of getting onto the train, once they're on the train, it's never as entertaining. But, you know, it's definitely dangerous.
And hilarious commentary on everything he saw. Due to the risk of falling off the train or getting caught between moving cars, train hopping is extremely dangerous.
Obviously,
But that hasn't stopped people from doing it since before the Great Depression. And it definitely didn't stop James, or Stobe the Hobo as he often referred to himself on his YouTube channel of almost 60,000 subscribers, and just...
I think the difference with something like train hopping is that, like, if you're doing it, you know, you're homeless, so you don't have a lot of money, and you really, you know, need to travel somewhere like that, yeah, train hopping makes sense. But if you're just doing it again and again for a YouTube channel and putting yourself in danger, and, you know, I don't think you would derail a train if you get run over by a train. I don't think our body is enough to derail it, but even then I'm like less into it. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, I'm less into it. Like, if you're really doing it out of necessity, whatever, but otherwise, I don't
a
know.
little over 60 videos. In some of his videos, you'll find comments from people claiming that they had met Stobe at bars and assumed he was lying when he told them he train hopped across the country filming his adventures. But every time, Stobe surprised them with some pretty awesome footage of his cross-country train hopping trips. From Palm Beach to Jacksonville, Stobe loves sharing his raw experience of life on the rails with his
This footage
audience,
ends up
who
being
always
pretty cool
supported
for the
him in
ride.
his unending search for some pizza and a cold beer. Sadly, the adventure came to a tragic end for Stobe on November 8, 2017, when a deadly train accident in Baltimore took his life. Unfortunately, due to the lack of media coverage of his passing, it's hard to know what exactly happened to James Stobe. But the most familiar sources claim that he either fell off an overpass or his backpack got caught on a passing Amtrak train as he was standing on a bridge. Because his death left so many questions unanswered, a lot of his fans submitted requests for the Baltimore Police Department to release more information on the case, but they were asked to remain respectful of Stobe's family and give them space. As of 2024, most of Stobe's fans still don't know exactly what happened.
Okay, then that's okay. I mean, maybe I'm being too much like of a preacher or something, but he has a fucking family and kids, and he's doing that. Like, that's another area where I'm not into it. If you're doing something extreme like that, don't have kids. Don't have people that, you know, like, literally rely on you to be alive.
To him. But if one thing's for sure, Stobe the Hobo passed away doing what he loved most, and his legacy will live on forever.
Meh. Still sad
High
that
on
he
Life
died,
was a
but
pretty
come on.
popular YouTube channel with over 600,000 subscribers at its peak. Starting in 2011, the High on Life crew uploaded more than 400 videos showing their audience what it was like to make a living as full-time travelers. From exploring beautiful tropical paradises, to cliff jumping, to diving sunken ships, High on Life always uploaded really cool videos of the crew's adventures across the globe. Living life by their motto, "If you can, you should," embracing life to the fullest was at the heart of everything they did. As mentioned in their channel description, part of their mission was to inspire their audience to get out and explore the world. For several
pretty good.
years, the High on Life channel grew quickly, with travel content being released frequently. But on July 3, 2018, a tragic accident would forever change the lives of the 10 team members and their audience. That day, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police reported that 3 people had been swimming in one of the pools at the top of Shannon Falls when they suddenly slipped and fell into a pool about 100 feet below.
Damn.
Shortly after, the bodies of the 3 victims were confirmed to belong to Riker Gamble, Alexei Lyak, and Megan Scraper. Riker and Alexei were High on Life members, while Megan was Alexei's longtime partner. Tragically, it was confirmed by the police that Riker and Alexei were trying to rescue Megan, who had slipped into fast-moving water before the 3 of them fell 100 feet. Through tears, the remaining members of the High on Life crew shared a touching goodbye message for...
So this one is easier to feel really bad, like it was just some accident, like they might not have been doing anything that crazy. So yeah, it's definitely, this one is pretty fucked up. That's sad.
Riker, Alexei, and Megan on their YouTube channel, remembering them as the kind, outgoing, life-loving people they were. Throughout the investigation, there were rumors that the 3 of them had been filming a video at the time of the accident, but this wasn't 100% confirmed. In the aftermath of the tragic incident, a GoFundMe page was started to cover the funeral expenses, raising close to 30,000 Canadian with the help of their loyal audience. After uploading 5 tribute videos, the High on Life crew continued uploading videos of their travel adventures, honoring their friend's legacy. The last video they uploaded was 2 years ago.
So they stopped. I guess after something like that, it'd be hard to keep going. You got 3 of your members died in a tragic way. I mean, I don't know.
Since 2009, fitness model and actor Greg Plitt uploaded over 120 videos to his channel where he motivated his subscribers to work out, challenge their bodies and minds, and leave a lasting legacy. In a lot of his videos, he inspired his followers with a philosophy of extreme discipline and seizing every day as an opportunity to become a better version of themselves. Throughout his career, Greg inspired hundreds of thousands of young men to push beyond their limits, embrace hard work, and grab life by the horns. As a West Point graduate and Army Ranger who had jumped out of more than 1,000 planes throughout his career, Greg really did practice what he preached. Sadly, in 2015, Greg lost his life at the age of 37 after being hit by a Metrolink commuter train in Burbank, California.
Oh, I was wrong.
According to witnesses, he had been shooting a video for his website with 2 crew members when the accident took place. Based on the police report, it appears that Greg was either trying to outrun a train and get an amazing shot for his website, or he mistakenly believed that an oncoming train was on a parallel track to his instead of the track he was on. Either way, several sources confirmed that at some point while he was running on the tracks, he tripped, fell, and couldn't get up in time to avoid the oncoming train. Based on one witness's testimony, Greg had been holding a camcorder in his hands when he was struck by the train, but this was never officially confirmed. Chillingly, a bystander took a photo of Greg standing near the tracks just a few moments before the incident. Another witness named James A. Brown claims he saw a security camera video of Greg running on the tracks as the train approached him from behind.
He had on all black, the train went by, I saw him stumble over the tracks. He had a camcorder in his hand, something like yours, and then that was it, the train stopped.
And you didn't see, you just saw him walking.
It's another waste. I mean, this one, like, yeah, it's another, like, you know, couldn't you just not go on tracks, right? I don't know.
Across the track.
Well, I saw him stumble over the tracks as the train was going by, and then it stops right there.
To this day, it's still not completely clear what Greg was attempting to do, but this wasn't the first time he had used train tracks as a prop for his workout videos. In other videos, he had been filmed doing push-ups on the tracks, playing with fire and taunting death as he moved out of the way of oncoming trains just in time to avoid impact.
Just seem cool.
Unfortunately, he couldn't react quick enough that afternoon in 2015. To this day, Greg is remembered as a prime example of what it means to live boldly, and through his—
I mean, again, at least, outside of, like, traumatizing some people, at least, you know, he's the only one that died, so, you know. Yeah, as always, you know, obviously you're traumatizing your family and maybe all that, but, you know.
Hundreds of thousands of fans, friends, and family, his legacy will live on forever.
RIP.
Tor Eckhoff, also known as Apator, was a Norwegian YouTuber who rose to fame with—
I guess I can pass that one. I know Apator's story, yeah. It was like, you know, he would get drunk and swim in ice, basically, and one day he never came back. I know that one.
Back out, but be too late. For Apator is seen differently from most around the world. Actor and YouTuber who is best known for making comedy sketches and music videos for his songs. Since 2016, Albert uploaded over 220 videos to YouTube, earning him the love of over 170,000 subscribers. In 2018, he also starred in a comedy movie named Team Albert, which follows the life of a high schooler who wants to become YouTube famous. The movie would actually go on to win the Blockbuster Audience Award at the 2019 Danish Film Awards. On July 28, 2021, Albert was hiking Mount Seceda in the Italian Alps and filming a video for his channel with some friends. During the hike, he uploaded a story to Instagram where he showed his beautiful surroundings to his followers. Sadly, that same day, as he was recording a video on his phone, he fell off the mountain and plummeted more than 600 feet to his death.
Damn.
After the incident, a rescue helicopter was sent to the location, but unfortunately he was pronounced dead at the scene. From what I found, Mount Seceda is a part of the Dolomites, a limestone mountain range known for its steep walls, sharp cliffs, and sudden drop-offs, all of which likely contributed to the tragic accident. The investigation revealed that Albert and his friends had been hiking on a route that links 2 mountain peaks, but it's unclear what exactly he and his friends were doing when Albert fell off the mountain. In the aftermath of his passing, thousands of loving fans shared their condolences, referring to him as a Danish YouTube icon and one of the best content creators in Denmark. With more than 90 million views on his channel throughout his career, Albert was loved by both his Danish and international audience. His tragic death shook the YouTube community and served as a harsh reminder that capturing footage in extreme terrain comes with its own set of risks.
Yeah.
To this day, Albert is remembered by his fans for his humor, talent, and the joy he brought to so many people.
Okay. Frankly, I don't heard of any of them except, you know, the guy who swims in ice. Definitely very sad. Very, very sad. But again, I think some of them, it's pretty easy to say, you know, like, they literally chose to do super dangerous things. So, you know, yeah, it was bound to happen.